All right, what's up, gamers? Back at with another amazing Call of not Call of Duty. No, not Call of Duty. Call of Duty sucks. We're talking about Donald Trump here. The old Trumpster has been indicted. He has been charged under a grand jury, we're not sure what it is, in New York City by a corrupt George Soros-funded district attorney who has it out for Donald Trump. And what seems to be happening here is he's being charged because the Democrats and people like George Soros don't want him to run for president or trying to find a way to block him. And what he's been charged with or hasn't been charged with yet is undisclosed, but it probably pertains to the whole, what's that, the girl, the prawn star who he pee-peed on and or did some weird stuff with. I don't know what's actually really true or not anymore. The disinformation campaigns are working amazingly well. What's up, what's down? I don't know. This guy here, Mario Nawfal, has the most breaking news and has the best information. But here's the actual facts of the situation. So what will happen next with Trump being indicted? Now, once again, him being indicted to me seems like it's Trump 2024 now more than ever. I don't care if you like liberals or Republicans. Almost everybody who is of a sound mind and has critically thinking skills and isn't a bot or doesn't have a Ukraine flag in their profiles or their pronouns and isn't an actual moron can see that what's being done is that the justice system is being politicized to stop Donald Trump. And now this is not whether you like Donald Trump or not, but now more than ever, I'd have to say you want Trump to win just to give it to the fucking man. All right. What's going to happen next? So he will be fingerprinted, he will be photographed, he'll be handcuffed, he'll be read the Miranda warning, you have the right to remain silent. Also, for anybody out there, pro tip, if you ever are arrested, no copy's your friend, never talk to the police, ever. I don't care what they tell you, I don't care what they promise you, I don't care if they think it's going to help you out. Never, ever in a million years do you ever do one thing, and that is talk to the police without a lawyer present. Take that right to remain silent and shut the fuck up. He'll be accompanied by armed agents of the Secret Service from the moment he is taken into custody until his appearance before a judge. It will take a few days for Trump to appear in court. Trump's lawyer said he will surrender to face the charges and fly from the Florida state to New York for the arraignment. Trump will be released conditionally as the indictment will likely contain non-violent felony charges. I'm thinking they would like Ron DeSantis because I think he is like a pro-Ukraine kind of guy. The reason why they don't like Trump as well is because he's against the deep state. There's some guy on the Joe Rogan podcast today who is a full liberal, and even he says that, the reason why I didn't like Trump, and I knew this before as well, is that he is not a pro-industrial military corporation type guy. He is not really about the CIA. It's like what happened to John F. Kennedy. Like, I think John F. Kennedy is more so of a, less crazy type, flamboyant, crass kind of speaking individual. And, he appeals to more of like just the moderate type people, was, a shot in the head for that same reason, because he wanted to disband the deep state. Dwight D. Eisenhower even had a huge speech before he retired, or rather not retired, but, well, I guess retired before he, was no longer in office, about the industrial military corporation and how the deep state is the biggest threat to American sovereignty and also its own personal freedoms as peoples. And I think it's Dwight D. Eisenhower. I'm pretty sure of that. If it's not, someone correct me in the comments down below. I'm a moron, apparently, if it's not true. I'm pretty sure it is. So here's Trump's statement on the matter of the fact. This is political persecution and election interference at the highest level in history. From the time I came down the golden escalator at Trump Tower with the Simpsons. No, sorry. That was pretty weird, though, wasn't it? That they predicted that. Don't know if you know that. And even before I was sworn in as president of the United States, the radical left Democrats, the enemy of the hardworking men and women of this country, have been engaged in a witch hunt to destroy the Make America Great Again movement. You remember just like I do. Russia, Russia, Russia. It was a hoax. The Mueller hoax, it's true. Ukraine. Well, that's tons of money to be made for all the freaking people at the White House and all the companies that are involved with, anyways, you all know that. Impeachment hoax, true. Impeachment hoax, too. The illegal and unconstitutional Mar-a-Lago raid, and now this. Yeah, like whatever happened to the Mar-a-Lago raid? Nothing. I mean, they've been trying to get this guy forever. They're obviously super scared of him because he is a nationalist and really isn't about the whole liberal world order of controlling and the government of America interfering with all their foreign nations to, which could be good and bad, like maybe America out there helping out and also controlling other world governments is in its own best interest, and Trump is to undermine all that, which may be or may not be good. I don't know. The Democrats have lied, cheated, and stolen in their obsession with trying to get Trump, but now they've done the unthinkable, indicting a completely innocent person in an act of blatant election interference. Didn't that the prawn girl? I can't remember her name. Didn't she like already come out and say that all this stuff that they're accusing him of, like paying him off or whatnot, didn't happen? Maybe she got paid off and then got paid off again to say she didn't get paid off. I don't know, but what he's being charged with compared to other crimes of other political opponents and other political parties like Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, all these people, right? All the payoffs they had. Obviously, I mean, like I said, like it'd be nice if there was some kind of. Well, anyways, what I'm trying to say is that it seems to be like there is a different level of going after Trump compared to other politicians. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, who was handpicked and funded by George Soros, that's a fact, is a disgrace. Rather than stopping the unprecedented crime wave taking over New York City, he's doing Joe Biden's dirty work, ignoring the murders and burglaries and assaults he should be focused on. This is how Bragg spends his time. I believe this witch hunt will backfire massively. So do I, but I think they might try to drag it out as long as they can to somehow try to stop him from running for president or being able to do any of his fundraisings or anything, or being able to campaign by having to be in court all the time, and then like maybe some kind of rule that would, because he's indicted and not being charged yet, who knows, it's up in the air, that they could maybe not let him actually run for president. I don't know. The American people realize exactly what the radical left Democrats are doing here. Everyone can see it. So our movement and our party, united and strong, will first defeat Alvin Bragg. I think so. And then we will defeat Joe Biden, and we are going to throw away every last one of these crooked Democrats out of office so we can make America great again. Here in our post, these thugs and radical left monsters have just indicted the 45th President of the United States of America and the leading Republican candidate by far for the 2024 nomination for president. This is an attack of our country, on our country rather, the likes of which has never been seen before. It is likewise a continuing attack on a once free and fair elections. The USA is now a third world nation, a nation in serious decline. So sad. Like I said, Ron DeSantis said that he would not he's not going to extradite Donald Trump here. It even says the weaponization of the legal system to advance a political agenda turns the rule of law on its head. Florida will not assist in an extradition request given the questionable circumstances at issue with the Soros-backed Manhattan prosecutor and his political agenda. What I would like to know is why isn't Ron DeSantis saying his name? Like, say Trump's name, bro. Like, to say the President of the United States, which is you have to call everyone who's been a former president, you still call him Mr. President, even though they're not the president, for those who don't know, but probably everyone out there knows, redundant to mention that. He doesn't call him Mr. President. The President of the United States has been charged under politically motivated, Soros-backed Manhattan prosecutor bullshit. Breaking, Trump and his team said they were blindsided by the timing of the indictment. Multiple Trump advisors tell CNN. Trump's team had planned for an indictment for the last 2 weeks, but followed recent reports that the grand jury would not be meeting on the case, which is what I heard as well. They were going to take a month away. Believed it would likely not come for several weeks. Some sources close to Trump also said they thought Bragg might be reconsidering a political indictment. Trump lawyer Chris Kise called the indictment the lowest point in history for our criminal justice system. What was once the most respected and revered district attorney's office in the nation has been fully bastardized by an opportunistic politician seeking, like many others, to cash in on the Trump brand. The complete lack of legal basis, coupled with the politically targeted nature of the prosecution, should strike fear into every citizen of this country, irrespective of their views of the president. I also agree with that as well. Alvin Bragg's statement, then Alvin Bragg, the DA who got hired by Soros, are funded. This evening, we contacted Mr. Trump's attorney to coordinate his surrender to the Manhattan's DA's office for arraignment on a Supreme Court indictment, which remains under seal. Guidance will be provided when the arraignment date is selected. So it's pretty interesting what's going on here. And I think this might be a huge mistake on their part. Unless they can somehow drag this out and keep it going in the court systems, I think they have just sealed, especially if this ends up being a nothing burger, they have just sealed. I think Trump will win the election in 2024 because I think people are starting to see the political motivations and the bullshit of the other side of the party and the deep state's connections and its interference with the American public, the world's public, through social media tampering. That's just, with the Twitter files being released, and just the overall, I guess, interference with Trump, and how ridiculous, how many times they're trying to get this guy. Personally, I think it's a witch hunt. I do agree with that. I would like to see what the charges are, but I mean, everyone is telling you it has to do with the prawn star, and he paid her off with money so that she would shut up and not tell anybody. Who knows if that's even true? If you get her on the stand and she says it's not true, I don't know, man. I mean, let's just keep it real here as well. I imagine Trump isn't probably the most up and up, honest dude out there. Just like every politician isn't, just like every businessman and billionaire has some shady dealings, right? I mean, that just seems to be status quo and as how the thing goes. Obviously, the justice and how they're trying to prosecute people is not consistent, and they really are on a witch hunt after the guy. And like, who knows how bad he's actually been? I mean, they've told you and told us so many times he's this bad, he's that bad, and then nothing ever happens. It leads me to believe that I do think this is just a felonious and just bull crap charges, and they're just trying to stop the guy from running because, like I said, they're scared of him because he isn't like a normal political leader. He doesn't want wars. He doesn't want to be involved with the deep state, and he goes against everything that the deep state and all these nefarious agencies with acronyms think that they need to do to uphold America as the number one standing country in the world, and he wants to demolish all that, and they view him as a threat. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching the video, Ghost of 8. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And last but not least, most importantly, question thrown, let the reptilian shapeshifters bring you down. Peace.